Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Minecraft Story Mode. So, there may only be like 3 minutes left in the first episode and we'll just move into the second episode if that's the case. We are walking into the Temple of the Order of the Stone. We are seeing a bunch of dispensers that look like they're booby traps.
I get the feeling that we don't really want to find out.
Get behind me!
Now, I see. Look how fuzzy this is right here. That shouldn't be that fuzzy. They should have higher resolution textures. I know they're trying to ape Minecraft in that animation, and these may very well be just the Minecraft pixels. But you gotta scale those things up. Add some more detail.
Oh, what was that? That's probably not a good thing.
Seems like you had no choice there.
Oh, come on, dispenser faces. I thought we were friends.
Run!
I just got shot in the leg. So that you got shot in the leg again. And you can die. And I am very surprised you can die in this game in particular. Now, Telltale has an infamously bad game they released many years ago called Jurassic Park the Game that I've covered, and it had some incredibly difficult quick time events where you could die. And I thought they had learned their lesson from this, but obviously not, because this is a kid's game and there really should be no way to die. But I guess if you miss 2 of the quick time events, they're going to make you do it.
Oh, what was that? That's probably not a good thing.
It's not a good way to design any game.
Oh, come on, dispenser faces. I thought we were friends.
Ideally, when you're playing a game, you don't want to see any new, any death scenes, or at all. You can just play for a 60-hour game for 60 hours and never die once. That is the ideal if you're playing on easy or normal.
We activated
now, if
the
you're playing
dispensers
on
with that
hard,
pressure plate. If we can figure out a way to trigger it again, I bet that'll shut them off.
There's
only
a
if there's
table.
a T flip-flop
Maybe
in
we
the
can make
circuit.
something useful.
Out of what? We don't have anything. All of our tools and materials are back home.
All right, everyone, empty your pockets. Let's see what we've got to work with.
Let's see.
I have a few sticks left over from building the shelter last night.
4 sticks.
I've got some flint and a piece of string.
Flint.
All I
and
have are some chicken feathers I picked up after that chicken machine exploded.
Let's see. I've got some flint and steel, a sword. Oh, and some string from a spider that I fought in the woods earlier.
I think
String,
I might be
sticks,
able to
flint,
make
and
a
feathers.
bow, an arrow, or maybe a fishing rod. Let's see. If I do this and this, and then go down the inventory and do this and this, and go up the inventory. And see, I doubt there's anything you can do with the sword. There you go, fishing rod.
Let's do this.
I could have also made a bow and arrow.
All right.
The order of the pig's luck is changing.
Of course, if I'd made a bow and arrow, I would now have a bow and arrow instead of a fishing
This
rod.
must be their enchantment room.
Notice how
Doesn't
the
this look
enchantment
like
room
Ivor's creepy basement?
looks like Ivor's room? Yeah. That's because Ivor was part of the Order, obviously. And they broke up. Let's talk to everybody.
Find anything useful?
Not sure about useful, but definitely interesting. There is a lot of history in this room.
Let's see, walking that way doesn't do anything. Look up as high as possible. An enchanting book.
The battle was fierce, but the Order of the Stone emerged triumphant. saving the land, and ensuring that peace and prosperity would reign forever.
Well, not exactly forever.
These five
Members, 5 friends. Together would give so much to gain their rightful place as 5 heroes.
They would author their own end. They would slay a dragon.
Ivor was a member of the Order of the Stone? The stories never mentioned him.
This is so crazy.
This might explain why Ivor had such a grudge against Gabriel.
They lied to us. They lied to the whole world.
Why would they do this? Man, I can't believe you punched a member of the Order of the Stone.
This is so crazy.
The Order might not be what we thought they were, but Petra is still out there. That monster is still out there.
Jesse's right. We need to focus on what we came here to do.
Where do these stairs go?
Lapis blocks. They go up.
Only one way to find out.
Try not to be super sarcastic, although that would be my default answer.
Now this is cool.
Wow.
What happened to the walls?
More like what happened to this whole place.
This must have been where they met.
So where are they then?
Gabriel said that once we find the temple, the amulet would lead us to the Order of the Stone.
Well, what are you waiting for? Pull it out then.
Is something supposed to happen?
Well, that was a letdown.
There's gotta be something missing. Look around and see if you can find anything.
There's some banners running around here. Let's see. Switches. 5 chairs. Let's talk to Axel. Let's talk to everybody first, and then we'll do, obviously, what we're supposed to do.
What you looking at?
Nothing. Whatever.
Axel?
I was just trying to figure out where Petra might be. I mean, I know she's gonna be fine, but I was just curious.
We're gonna find her.
So are they trying to make it like Axel and Lucas both have a crush on Petra? I don't
Find
know if they're
anything
even going to
interesting
go
in
there.
that book?
The only thing I've found so far is that the amulet was used to track the positions of the members of the Order.
Like,
And does it mention how?
It's less technical and, well, more historical.
can we talk to Reuben? Always talk to Reuben if we can.
Hey, Reuben. Find any clues?
No clues this time. Oh darn. Can't go back down.
We're in the Temple of the Order of the Stone. The Order's actual temple.
That was weird. The camera
Who'd have
was not
thought it,
looking
huh?
at her when she started
Bunch
talking.
of small towners like us wrapped up in an adventure like this.
Yeah, pretty insane. I just hope we all come out the other side in one piece.
Let's look at the pedestal. And see, this amulet thing
It's the same as the
doesn't
amulet.
actually like exist. There's nothing even close to it in Minecraft. Map, let's look at the map.
It's
That's
a map
a
of the
rather
entire
big
world. This is way nicer than the one at EnderCon.
That is a really big amount of area. And here, the switch here should do nothing. But it does do something interesting. So we'll just hit all the switches. And maybe there's some kind of combination I have to do here to light everything up. It seems like a puzzle. Alright, so is this a toggle puzzle? Very well, maybe. Yeah. Figured it out. Through blind luck, basically.
It's absolutely incredible. How did they build this?
But there's
Okay.
only 2 of them.
Now I'm impressed.
This looks like some sort of tracking system.
Like,
It's the order.
why is it not showing,
It's showing where they are
Ivor
right now.
or
Look, we don't know enough
Gabriel.
about how this thing works.
the
Maybe
third
the
character?
amulet only tracks them when they're on the surface. Or maybe it doesn't work when they're in the Nether. We have to go off what we do know.
It's trying to tell us something.
Petra's relying on us. That Witherstorm is still out there. We know that Gabriel was trying to tell us something. We've got to find the Order of the Stone.
But there are only 2 lights. There are only 2 members of the Order left?
He said Soren was missing.
That leaves Magnus.
Or Ellegard.
Let's head out.
I'm not going with you guys. I have to stay here. If I know Petra, she's probably doing everything she can to find this place. She's still out there. She has to be.
We need you with us, don't
But
we?
we might need your help out there. You should come with us.
No, you don't need me. This is where I should be. If there's even a small chance she's alive, I have to stay. Go. Get help. I'm gonna focus on making this place safe before nightfall. This temple is pretty big, though. If we're gonna have a chance at fortifying it, I'm gonna need some help. If, maybe one of you guys could hang back with me?
Sounds like Olivia will have you totally covered while me and Jesse are out finding Magnus.
Finding Magnus? You really think that's how it's going to go? We need Ellegard. She's the world's greatest engineer. She'll figure out a way to stop that thing.
We're trying to destroy it. And when it comes to destruction, Magnus is the master.
Yeah, who should I
Smart
go
person,
for?
Jesse. Obviously, the smart thing to do is to go get Magnus.
I think Axel meant Ellegard there, Jesse.
So-
No. I don't think I did. Pretty sure Axel meant Magnus.
Jesse, the point is, you should be going to Ellegard's. It's the clear choice to make.
You've got to come with me.
You're my best
I'm
friend,
gonna
Jesse.
go
It's
with
you and
her.
me. Like always.
Think about it, Jesse.
This is more
Oh,
of a
I
gut call.
don't want to
We
choose
need to
either
make sure
one.
we get this right. We're not going to get a second shot at this.
And see,
Whatever
it feels like the
decision you
game's
make,
gonna change.
I'll be cool with it.
Really?
As long as it's me.
Come on, Jesse. This is an easy call.
Oh man, how am I gonna kowtow to Axel's moodiness, or am I gonna pick her? I think Axel's kind of a lost cause at this point. Let's just go with her.
Goggles.
What?
I'm running out of things to say.
Like, I think we go to Ellegard.
Olivia, you and I are going to Ellegard's.
Awesome.
Axel, you stay here with Lucas. And get the place ready for when Petra shows up.
See,
What,
this is a
that
bad
guy?
idea.
I'm right here?
Come on, Axel. For Petra's sake.
Fine, I'll do it. For Petra.
I'll take it.
Guys?
Wow, that weather storm is just growing bigger and bigger.
Please hurry.
So, that was episode 1.
Jesse and Olivia return to the Nether, intent on finding Ellegaard, the Redstone Engineer. And find themselves in a place of mechanical marvels, redstone rarities. Amazing machines, limited only by the imagination of their brilliant creator. While the great storm grows, consuming everything in its wake, time is running out for our intrepid heroes.
So, let's refresh here. That's episode 1. And it seems very strange because, like, chapter 2, I imagine only, like, one scene is actually going to be involved with that decision. Either that, or they made twice as long of a game in episode 2, and you are just not going to see half of it. Which very well may be the case, because they did have the whole gender choice in this game, and there is a male voice actor here that we're just not hearing at all. And that seems very, very strange to do that. So, let's see what my choices here are. You and 32.6% of players told Reubens to run from the monsters. Apparently that was not a very popular decision. I'm surprised about that. But then it may not actually be as obvious as it looks, because it may have been that there's 3 options. 1 to tell him to run, 1 to tell him to stay, and 1 to say nothing. And if that was the case, 33% would be exactly close to 1/3 of that. You and 63.3% of the players sought out Gabriel's help to fight the Iron Golem. So that was the popular opinion. You and 47.8% of players helped Petra when escaping the Wither Storm. That's straight up 50. And then you and 74.8% of the players convinced Lucas to stay in the shelter. And that's not very surprising either. Did I leave him? Oh, this is nice. Why didn't they show it to me like this? That's much better setup there. So why didn't they start here and have me go like this instead of going right here to the end? And so we're back to the menu and the credits. And are they going to put any music here or anything? Well, a little bit of music that will probably get content ID'd by YouTube and the people who work on YouTube to content ID hardworking video game critics. So far I've enjoyed the comedy of this game. So I'm liking that. I'm not particularly liking the fact that they're adding extra things to Minecraft, particularly since those extra things that got added to Minecraft aren't actually added to Minecraft. If it was a thing that Mojang was going to add Witherstorm as a type of creature, then that would have been great. But that didn't really happen. And it certainly feels very heavy-handed in some places where they're writing story very specifically, so you have to make a decision, even if it's, and then sometimes they don't give you decisions that you would actually take. The characters are fighting quite a lot here. We've gone from this being an after-school special about how everybody feels like they're a loser and they're going to Minecon and it feels like a bunch of kids, and now it's become this ragtag band of adventurers that I'm desperately trying to keep together. It seems incredibly strange that we might actually not see the other character at all. I imagine what happens is we go to get one of them and then we go to get the other. So they just take that content and move it around a little bit. So switch it back and forth. I'm liking Reuben alright, but he hasn't proven himself to be a great pig, as it were. He's just kind of a regular pig that barely does anything. And the other characters don't really do anything. It still feels kind of after school special about that too, that they're all moody and they're all fighting. And I'm so used to playing video games where the main characters are soldiers, adventurers, the Lara Crofts, the Nathan Drakes, the Master Chiefs, all those people battle hardened, ready to go, know how to work together in a team at least somewhat. And here it feels like a lot of politics are having to be played just to keep the team together and keep them in the right mindset. It felt like for a long time that the right move was to keep everybody happy and positive, and now I've kind of given up on making everybody happy and positive, and that I'm just trying to pick my battles and keep everybody from killing each other in fistfights or something. We have the Wither Storm coming about. And here we have Telltale listing off all the pets they have, which they do every game. It seems kind of silly for as many as they have. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. This game is a work of fiction? No, really. So yeah, I guess we'll just keep it separate here and end it about 10 minutes early in this recording, because there's no reason to start episode 2. Now, what's a little surprising is the fact that say this one's called Assembly Required, and those are the two characters you're gonna get together with. We have the rewind function, so if we felt like we messed up somewhere, we could rewind and replay, but honestly not much of the story is actually going to change. We could change save files and play again a second time. It feels like Telltale wants you to do that, but it makes no sense. I've never for the life of me thought that I wanted to go back and play any Telltale game more than once, because once you make the decision, it is only natural in people's minds for that to be the decision, and you don't want a different story unless I just hit the wrong button and it really screws things up. That's the only time I would undo an action, because I'm a pretty certain person, and so I'm certain on my choices. So that's episode 2. We'll start next recording. There's 8 of these, and the weirdness is when I did research, which I always do to see how long it's going to take me to play a game, they were telling me it was about 2 hours to play this game in total. And no, it's been about an hour and a half or 2 just to play the first episode. So I imagine what happened there is a lot of people only played the first episode, and that was it, or the data's just wrong. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.